Hey everyone, how are we all doing? Okay, so before we get started, everything I say in this video is my opinion, mine alone. Please feel free to your own research, come to your own conclusions. With that being said, let's do this. Okay, so I'm going to be going live later, guys, so we can talk about this more then. But for now, I'm going to get this up. It's going to be an upload. Okay, so this is a really difficult one, guys. As the title says, once again, Molly Golightly shows just how heartless she really is. Heartless, soulless, clueless, whatever title you want to put on there. All of the above. Molly asked Justin for an update on 20-month-old Quinton Simon. Now, I'm not going to play Molly's clip, but I will put Kool-Aid's video in the description for you to see it if you haven't already. Justin says that he's been found in a landfill and he is no longer with us. Now, any woman, any mother would be devastated by this news. I know that I am. And I know when my kids walk in through that door, I'm going to be holding them a little bit closer, a little bit tighter than I did yesterday. This is a baby. And there was no reaction whatsoever. She carried on commenting, reading comments, arguing with people in the comments. Nothing. She didn't even acknowledge the fact that Quinton was no longer with us. I've been watching videos today and I saw the babysitter speaking. I saw one video and I haven't watched the other one yet. But there were so many questions in that video. So let's have a look at them. This baby is now going to be loved the way he should be by the angels, sadly. Because his mother wasn't there. His grandmother wasn't there. And the stepfather wasn't there. This poor baby should have been someone's life. His life should be priceless to his mother, to his father, and his grandmother. But we are very much aware that nobody protected this baby. Nobody. And I say that with a heavy heart. The babysitter, you will see, say that she saw the babies with belt marks on them. So why the hell didn't you do something? Because I would have. I would not have let our children go home. Not for 1 minute. If they had bruises and belt marks over their little bodies, how do you send them back? How do you not call CPS? How do you do nothing? She said she called the grandmother. Was that enough? Could she have done more? Let's have a look at what she had to say, shall we?
Talking. I come on a little early.
Why have I got no sound?
And like I said on my Facebook, I'm not coming on here to start drama. I'm not an attention seeker. So I don't want anyone to think that, like, I'm not. And I wasn't even going to say anything until what happened today. And this is not directly about Quinton. I don't know any more than y'all do know about baby Q. It's just something that happened today that I wanted to get straight, clear the air, stand up for myself, definitely.
How about standing up for that baby, those babies? Maybe that would have been a better idea. Maybe then we wouldn't have been here today. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really, really sorry. This hurts so badly.
So, what time is it? What time is it? Okay. I got just a few more minutes, guys.
I'm going to speed this up, guys.
I told everybody 8, but I wanted to go ahead and let some people get on.
This really breaks my heart. Genuinely.
There's a lot of people right now sending me friend requests. Honestly, I don't know how to get off and then accept it and get on. So I'm just going to stay on here. Hopefully, I did make it public, so everybody should be able to see. Someone just sent me a message saying when you get on, if you put at everyone, then it'll share with everyone.
I will also link this video in the description too, guys, so you can find it on Evil Exists.
All right, I guess I'm going to go ahead and start. There's a lot of people. Okay, so as everyone knows, and I have got so many messages why I'm not talking out and why I'm not saying nothing, because I didn't feel like it was my place. I did keep Quinton, and I'm going to start from the beginning, how I met Billy Joe.
You looked after him more than his mother did, in some ways. And he's just as guilty as his mother. I'm sorry, but yeah, I'm going to go there.
And Leilani is through a lady that used to go to my church, Miss Sandra. Her and her mother, Miss Audrey, they're very awesome people. And she called me and asked me, told me the situation, and asked me if I was interested. The next day, I got a call from Billy Joe asking me if I could keep her 2 grandbabies. And I said yes. Going in, I had never met them. I didn't know the situation that was going on with Leilani, Billy Joe, Danny, none of them. I started keeping them, and I didn't know anything at all. And then the more I seen a lot of stuff, and I was concerned. No, I did not call defects because I voiced all my questions and concerns to Billy Joe, the grandmother. She told me that she had custody of the boys. I didn't know why. She didn't tell me that. But they were staying with Leilani. Billy Joe worked out of town. So when I started seeing things that wasn't quite right, I would call Billy Joe and I would tell her. I would text her. She didn't answer. She was at work. She'd text me back and she'd say, okay, I'm going to talk to Leilani. Several times the boys were outside. One particular morning, they were outside in the ditch. My daughter seen them and come running in. We went down there. Leilani was nowhere in sight. I called Billy Joe. She got in contact with Leilani. Leilani was home. She was just in the house somewhere. They would drop them off with no.
Okay. Well, that was a lot of nothing.
Diapers. They would drop them off with no pull-ups. And when the baby came, Sky, they wouldn't send her milk 2 days. I had to call Danny because Leilani wouldn't answer me, which is her fiance, to bring me milk for Sky. I kept texting Billy Joe. My daughter took pictures and sent them to Billy Joe of Quinton having bruises. Everything that I'm telling you can be backed up. This is not hearsay. This is not me trying to get attention. Who wants to get attention?
Why now? It's too late now. Why not do this sooner? Why not talk up sooner for these children? Why not call CPS?
Over a baby. We sent her pictures. I sent her multiple texts. She texted me back one day and she said, okay, I'm tired of this. I want you to keep the babies permanently until I can get back home. I told her I would, and I did. So it was about 2 to 3 hours later, she calls me back. She said, well, I'm going to give Leilani a chance. You know, she's a young mother. I've got to be able to try to trust her. She said, I did a lot of bad things. I got my kids taken away, and I want Leilani, I want her to know that she can do anything she wants to do, and I'm going to support her. So I didn't keep them day and night. Leilani made it clear to me that she didn't want me to keep them like her mother had wanted me to.
Wow.
So I kept them during the day. They dropped them off at between 5:30 and 6, and they picked them up. Was supposed to, their schedule was 3:30, but sometimes they worked over and said, her boyfriend would say, text me and say, I need to work a couple extra hours to make up hours. So can you keep them until 6? I would do that. We fed them. We took them places. I love them. They're kids. Like, who's not going to love a kid? So that's a little backstory of how I even met them. Okay, now let's get to the day.
Until now, you ignored all the signs of abuse. All the signs they were hurting those kids. You ignored that. Because if it was me, I can guarantee you, CPS would have been wrong. The kids would have been taken down there and shown what is going on with these kids. I would have done everything to protect those kids. If that was me anyway.
That this happened. I keep them every day, Monday through Friday. I kept them sometimes at night. At 5:29, they text me. No, I'm sorry. Tuesday afternoon, they went home at 4:30, 5 o'clock. I got up in the morning at 5 o'clock on Wednesday because they usually got here around 5:30, 6 o'clock. I get a text at 5:29 saying, the kid from Danny, the kids are not coming. Leilani is with them. I put okay. Was it a little unusual? Yes, because even when she was off, I had them. She didn't know that we could see her. They sit on the front porch. But if me and the kids, and my kids too, but mine are basically grown, would go to leave, she would be on the front porch smoking, but she would duck and run inside so we wouldn't see her. But I had no problem keeping the babies. Was it for money? No, it wasn't. I charged them. I didn't even charge them for Sky. I charged them for the 2 boys, and it was $15 a piece, $30 a day. Okay, so back to what I was saying. So I text Danny, okay. Didn't hear nothing back from him. I got up. My husband went to work around 7:30. We was outside. My son also lives on this road, so he was going to work as well around 8:30. From 7:30 until 8:30, we was outside. We did not see Quinton. Nowhere. Okay. So then me and my girls, we go to McDonald's. They went to McDonald's.
Why would you see Quinton that time in the morning? That is really, really unusual.
I live on Chatham Parkway. The McDonald's is literally right down the road. On our way back, I get a text from Danny. He says, have you seen Quinton? I said, no, why? Well, immediately I called him and he said they couldn't find Quinton. Okay. So me and my oldest daughter here with me, we go over there. We get in the car and we go over there. I let my other daughter out. When we get over there, I asked, okay, he's a little boy. He likes to play and seek. He likes to get in my daughter's closet and play. He could be in a closet. He could be in a cabinet. You know, maybe he's playing hide and seek. Me and my daughter help you look. They didn't want that. He stood there. He looked at me with the most coldest look I've ever seen and said, we've already looked. I said, okay. So I stood there for a minute and I looked around outside of where I was. Leilani was smoking a cigarette and Danny was standing there. And I go to get in my car. I was going to call Billy Joe, and I did call Billy Joe. She didn't call him. Leilani didn't call the police until I said, have you called the police? And then she calls the police. So we started to leave. Cops came behind me. I could not leave. I guess they said what it was on the property had to stay there until after they checked everything. So I left. I came back maybe about 30 minutes later. I asked Leilani and Danny, I said, do you want me to take Zane home? So, you know, y'all got a lot going on. She said yes. Danny said yes. I asked them to get me some shoes for the baby. They got me shoes. I came home. I called Billy Joe. Billy Joe had no idea. I've never spoke badly about Billy Joe. But today she came to my house after I told her, I texted her. She called me at 6:30 this morning. I'm sorry. I'm everywhere because this has been a lot. She called me at 6:30 this morning. We were talking. Everything was good. I texted her. I told her I was going to cook, that we were going to get flyers and put them everywhere of Quinton, and that we was going to do a prayer circle over here. Never said that we was going to do a memorial for Quinton because I didn't believe he was alive or that he had passed. Never did I say that. And I can back all this up because we have cameras. Like everything I'm saying to you, I can back up. And it's just ridiculous. So she told me basically not to text her no more because she thought that I was overstepping. Well, I am just a babysitter, but I took care of them kids when their mother didn't take care of them. And I don't really have nothing to say bad about Danny, because he would actually ask me these last few weeks.
But you failed them just as much as she did. Sorry, guys, I can't listen to this woman anymore. I can't. She failed those kids just as much as their mother and their grandmother did. If she saw them with bruises, if she saw them with belt marks, I'm sorry, but that makes her just as responsible as her mother and her grandmother and the stepdad. They are all equally as guilty as the other. And Molly with her heartless, soulless, thoughtless, makes me sick. Sick to my stomach. Why anybody would ignore those signs, because they are major signs, guys. Dropped off with no nappies, no pull-ups, no baby formula. Your babysitter. It's not your place to supply those things when you're getting paid £30 a day. That is the mother and the grandmother who had custody of them. And for the grandmother to be out of town and those children to be left with the mother who she's taken custody over of. No. I just can't. Can't with this woman. Can't with any of them. They're all equally responsible. He was a baby. Baby who should be loved, treasured, cherished. Instead, he will never see another Christmas. Think about that. He will never see his second birthday. You'll never get presents from Santa Claus. Or eggs from the Easter Bunny. This beautiful little boy. I want to ask you one thing, guys, before you go to bed tonight, before you close your eyes. Kiss your babies. Just once. Make sure they know that they're loved. And if you can, say a prayer. A prayer for one little boy who is now no longer with us. You're so beautiful, baby boy. You deserve so much more. Look at those beautiful eyes. He looks so sad. So please, say a prayer for him. Say a prayer for his siblings, who I hope are now safe, who I hope will never be hurt again, who I hope will find a home where they will be loved, cherished, and they will understand what real love really is. Because this little angel here, I doubt he knew real love. I doubt he knew I was to be held and his tears to be wiped away. My heart feels broken right now. So I'm going to end here before I start blubbering, and nobody wants to see that. Thanks everyone for watching. It feels wrong to say hit the like button, and we can talk about this later when I do a live stream. Thanks everyone.